You are now tuned in to the new Old Heads podcast, brought to you by BringingDownTheBand.com. No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, and Printfinity. I am Major 7th. I make beats and have the t-shirts to prove it. And in front of me directly, this is the one and only Lonegevity. Call him the Maestro.
Hello.
Got a lot of busy hands out here. Caddy Corner, Adidas hoodied up with the stripes. DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
How you doing, man? You all right?
I'm chilling, man. I got my my Carmelo Anthony
You repping Mello?
attitude right now.
It's a nice Adidas hoodie, brother.
Right on. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Where you get that from?
From Adidas.
From Adidas.
Walk right into that one.
Yep, you did.
Immediately to my left, the incomparable DJ Spoolz.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Well, I should be asking you that, sir. Notre Dame. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they lost the game pretty bad.
Bad law.
That's all you got for me, Spoolz?
Buy it. Well, no.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. They did not come out and play. I mean, they didn't show up, man. Plain and simple.
Where was
So-
they at, man?
Where'd they
In
go?
Miami.
Yeah.
So the Final Four hopes are pretty much shot, or do they still have a chance?
Final
No, they're shut.
Four.
You know, they got the four, whatever they, what is it, the championship of whatever, I don't know. My
It's called
college football.
playoff.
Yeah, my college football game has been low. Are they done?
They're done.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Michigan threw their mixtape in the trash. I mean, in the toilet, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant
Yeah.
to say.
I mean, if Michigan did too,
No.
that's fine.
It was bad, dude. I don't know. They just didn't come out to play. I think if those two teams played 5 times, I think Notre Dame wins 3 out of 5. A lot of people were, Miami's so fast, and Notre Dame's played fast defenses. They just didn't. Miami beat them, and they, all credit due or whatever. But
Bad law.
it was ugly. It was. It was like the perfect storm where Notre Dame played really poorly and Miami played extremely well. So that's
Hey,
Maybe they don't match up well. I don't know.
that could be.
that's a very good point.
That's what some people are saying. I just, they talk about their speed, like I said, on the defensive side, but Notre Dame's played fast defenses. I think when your quarterback comes out, I mean, the way they started that game was bad, man. Like 2 or 3 3-and-outs, right? Or, punts right in a row. They dropped a couple passes. They had a guy beat downfield for a touchdown, and the guy, he overthrew him, and then the turnover started. So
Yeah, we saw the turnover chain, twice? 3?
4 times.
4 times? Okay. I know I saw 2. We were out finishing up from the Moonchild interview, and we were watching the game, or it was on in the place. And yeah, I saw the chain twice while we were sitting down. So guess that was 2 out of the 4.
I don't care about that chain.
Bad.
All right. Well,
What's next
That's
up
all
on
I
the
have to say about that.
I feel you. That's how I feel.
That's
That's how I feel.
Yes, sir. So episode, I feel bad because,
You should.
okay,
Feel bad.
55?
55
this
is
is
the
episode
episode.
Lance
55.
Briggs.
Yep.
Lance Briggs,
Mm-hmm.
Junior Seau.
Jason
Rest
Williams.
in peace.
Rest in peace. No, White Chocolate. Yeah,
White Chocolate.
Jason Williams. That's tough. So we got Briggs, Junior Seau, rest in peace. White Chocolate,
I'm sure there are
Matumbo,
others.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he 50? No.
Who wants
Remember
to
when
sex
Jordan
Mutombo?
gammed on him and did him like that?
Yep.
Mike did. He got a tech for that too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike yammed on him too. He had the 12s on.
It's worth it, though. Do
Absolutely.
something like that.
Hey, sweet
Tim
potato.
Mutombo.
though. Sweet potato.
That's back when the league was a little more manly and
Yeah,
scrappy.
those were the days.
Remember when Pippen like dunked on who was that he dunked
Patrick
on and
Ewing
just
pushed him
walked right
down,
over
yeah.
him like
Urine.
and
Yeah,
kind
he-
of just
he
looked
put-
him up and
the
down
thing-
like do something.
He pushed Pat down.
Patty got up quick though.
He
Quick.
did.
Mike dunked on Patrick Ewing and Charles Smith, I think. Was it those two?
Charles Smith.
He reversed on the baseline.
Yep, came back around and
banged on
bam.
both of them.
See, this is the
John
thing.
Starks kind of banged on
He caught it.
3 Bulls players.
He caught him with the left.
With his
Yeah.
left hand.
He
Yeah.
caught him with the left.
It was on a poster too. I remember
Mhm.
that. But no, back in the day,
That's all the
they
Knicks are
wasn't
getting out of
worried
that.
about getting that foul called.
True.
They was worried about you just disrespecting me, man.
Yeah. I don't know if they
And I'm
said
trying
man
to-
like that.
They
But,
said
I
Mike.
think they all did.
oh, okay.
They said Mike.
I'm sorry.
They got up and was ready to handle business.
Disrespected me.
Now all they doing is throwing their hands up and looking for the closest official to do
LeBron's
something.
good at that.
Yeah.
I don't say that.
Didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Row.
Like a dungeon dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Good catch there. Yeah, that was dope. So, did we make a decision on 55?
I'm gonna say Junior Seau.
I
Rest in
would,
peace,
too.
man.
Junior Seau.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Honorable mention,
Yeah.
white chocolate.
White chocolate.
He had handles, but I don't even know if I would consider him a great.
He was dope. I was a Kings fan
He
back
was really, really good for he was elite for a short period of time.
Was he though?
I don't think
Yes.
he was elite.
I
I
think
don't
he was
ever think
elite.
he was elite
I think
either.
he was an elite
then.
point
About
guard.
3 years.
There was about a when he split Gary Payton, when he crossed Gary Payton
Yeah.
over.
I mean, he had highlights, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But
Great jump shot.
I would
When it was
disagree with
him,
that too.
when
During
it was him, Bibby,
because I wanted
Weber,
to, I
that
wanted,
team,
but I
and
wanted to
Divac.
like.
𝗏𝗄 𝗏𝗏.
that team,
Man,
he
they
was a beast on
yeah,
that
they
team.
were nasty.
He never had a great jump shot.
You crazy?
Unfortunately, no.
He
Look
can shoot.
up his stats.
Nah, Jay Will could shoot.
Look up his stats.
Jay Will could shoot.
No.
Everybody in the
He
NBA can shoot, except for that guy that plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
He can't shoot.
He can't shoot. free throws.
Roberson.
He is
Roberson.
horrible.
Now he's bad.
Horrible.
If I was,
Jason Williams had an okay jump shot.
I thought he could shoot, man. Off
He
the
had
dribble.
tremendous court vision and all
Yeah,
that, but I
he
would
had-
never say he was. I wouldn't say he was elite. Like I wouldn't
Nah,
have put
I
him
wouldn't
in like
either.
the top 5 point guards.
Oh no, man.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just
He
saying
had handles. He had handles. He could pass real well. He had great court vision.
Yeah.
But I never
If you
I
think-
never thought he was elite though.
If you think about that time frame, I'm talking about the apex of Sacramento. I'm trying to think what 5 point guards I would have taken over him, other than the obvious. Jason Kidd.
What year is this?
I'm thinking
Steve Nash, Jason Kidd.
that ranking that was around what 2000.
I can't remember.
Because the
4.
Lakers, because they cheated the Lakers. That's when
Had to be early, maybe 2003.
early 2000s,
03,
02, 03.
03, 04, somewhere in there.
I have to go back and pull it up. He was cold though.
Because that's
man.
when Horry hit that 3 on him
Horry.
in the eliminator.
Horry.
Robert Horry.
Horry.
Robert Horry.
There you go.
He's a whore.
No.
Horry.
Why? You, how you know? How you know Robert Horry out there in them streets like
He's
that?
I'm not figurative.
Yeah.
Yes. Figuratively speaking,
just stop.
he is
Just-
because he
just
has all
stop
them
at the-
rings.
stop
he
at the
was
blubber-
whoring,
stop
he
at the
was
blubber
whoring
blub.
all
That's
the
fine.
rings, and he wasn't an elite player like that. That's the reason why I said Horry.
I missed it. Did you get it?
Robert Horace Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay Will was cold
So, yeah.
though.
I like watching his. I like
Robert
watching the
Horry.
highlights.
Yeah, he was fun
dope.
to watch. I just
He was
would
dope.
never call him elite.
He was dope. Yeah. So what
Say
was
he
saying?
didn't hoard rings though.
Who?
He got more championships than a lot of people.
Robert
Yeah.
Horry.
Oh, he's
Robert,
got like
for sure.
6 or 7.
Robert
Seven.
Horry.
He has 7.
He has 7.
He has 7 rings.
I know he's got 2 with the Rockets.
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry has 7 championships.
Horry.
It's insane.
He
Yeah.
hoarded all his rings.
He has more. He has more rings than Michael Jordan.
He
He
does.
does, which proves my point.
He's
that
the GOAT.
Exactly. It proves
Yep.
my
Well, I
point.
mean, Bill
The-
Russell.
Bill Russell's got 11.
Bill Russell's a little better.
The ring argument is the worst argument in sports.
Oh, it is for sure.
I think it's the best argument.
No, because Bill Russell's the GOAT then.
Then he is.
All right then.
Robert Horry's number 2 of all time.
You're going to make the Chicago people mad. They hate that one. When I say
Jordan
Will
can be 3.
he'd be like 3, yeah. And they say,
No.
well, Michael Jordan was 6-0 in the finals. I'm like, so was Scottie Pippen. Your point is, it's deeper than that, man. It's deeper than
No,
that.
it's not. It does count for something
If we're going to do rings,
to be undefeated in the finals. It does count for something.
11 beats 6 to me.
I think Robert Horry is probably undefeated
He
in
almost-
the finals as well, isn't he?
Robert Horry.
He low key, he almost doubled up.
Low key, Robert Horry never led any of those teams though.
Scottie
Sure he
Pippen.
did. He
Scottie
just,
Pippen
he just
is-
didn't know.
Yeah, he was a low.
They were just
low-key
like,
leader.
do we want to win this year? Let's bring Robert Horry
Scottie
on.
Pippen
That
is
is-
Scottie Pippen is 6-0 in the finals. These
Mhm.
are facts.
He also
Yeah.
didn't lead that team either.
11-2, 11 beats 6 to me. I mean, we're gonna do rings. 11 beats 6.
No, I didn't say
I mean, that's
don't
math.
do rings.
Stop.
So that goes, if we're going to talk about rings, because I know P Money's your favorite quarterback.
I'm anti rings. I'm just giving you what people tell
Oh,
me.
okay. Okay.
He was just being yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm that's not me now. I'm more like Spoolz. It's totality. It's everything. That's what I like. Totality.
Totality.
Yeah. Mike has 6 rings, but he has 10 scoring titles. He has 6 Finals MVP. He won Defensive Player of
He
the
was
Year.
6-0 in those finals.
6-0 in the finals.
I
5
heard-
league MVPs.
I heard that he was 6-0 in the finals.
That's what they say. Yeah.
You kind of sounded like Stephen A. Smith for a minute there.
No.
You did.
No.
You channeled him at first. You channeled him when you
I don't
first
wanna
started that.
No, I don't want to make
stat
Spoolz.
convo.
I don't want to make Spoolz mad.
That is blasphemous.
Yeah.
Sean couldn't. He was like, okay.
I don't want to make Spoolz mad because he hates.
I wasn't
Stephen A.
going to, but then
Yeah.
I don't hate him.
Dislike
I don't like him on television. He's
There you
annoying
go.
to me.
might be a good guy off camera.
Could be,
Spoolz.
yeah.
Might be a good guy off camera. We'll go with that. All right, so let's see. Let me jump into
Smoking the weed.
duh.
Duh.
in the trap.
Yo, he yo
In the trap.
Spoolz, he does go in on players that. Let me ask you this before we jump in. Since
Stephen A. Smith's a buster on TV.
check this out, the Spoolz. Is he right when he says that players are jeopardizing millions upon millions of dollars because they can't stay off weed? Is that not
The weed.
Is that a fair assessment?
I think this is just my guess. I don't know this for sure, but my guess is if you are paying some attention and know when you shouldn't be,
Mm-hmm.
and you know when you can and when you shouldn't be, then you're fine.
Okay.
But no, it's just a decision-making thing in general. I think, if you're a young player and you don't know when your test's coming or you can't have enough self-control to be like, hey, I need to stop for 6 months, 8 months out of the year,
Right.
or take it easy or something like that, then, that's
Okay.
kind of on you. But no,
It
I
is
think
I think it's on the player.
yeah, I don't think it should be a banned substance in the league, though. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, probably shouldn't be banned in general, but
I completely agree.
Some of them might need it, especially like people that are concussed
Mm.
and like have real like body aches from
Mhm.
getting beat up in a game over
speaking
the
of
weekend.
head and concussed, did anybody read the report that Aaron Hernandez and CTE
Yeah, was the worst diagnosed
that
or
they've
something.
ever seen
Yeah.
at his
Really?
I
age?
didn't see that. No.
Yeah,
Really?
Wow.
The worst?
that they've seen at his
Yeah.
age. Yeah,
Wow.
it's interesting.
That's very interesting. Huh. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was listed as the worst.
I didn't even know he had it.
He was young. He probably didn't know he had it.
Yeah,
How old was he when he passed away? He had
He
to
was in
be
his
what?
mid-20s.
Mid to late 20s?
8 maybe.
28.
Something like that.
he killed himself in jail, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
yeah.
what they say. Some
Right.
people doubt that, but yeah.
Yeah, he had some letter about, I guess, the money that his daughter would, inherit once he passed. It was some weird type of letter that he had in his cell. But
Well, it was some kind of law stated that if he wasn't convicted
yes.
and something were to happen like an untimely death or
Right.
whatnot, then she would still be eligible to receive whatever income
At
from
a
his
certain age or something like that.
from
There's
his life
no
insurance or something
suicide
like that.
clause.
That's what
I'm
I
not
thought,
sure.
but I wasn't
It's
sure.
interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, you would think there might be something in there like that, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
there is now. If there wasn't,
Yeah. Did you guys see the rally for Meek? That was in
yeah,
Philly
I actually wanted to talk about Meek again.
with the
Meek Mill.
with with the lyrics. They were just screaming a lot of I don't know if that was the best song to choose while everybody was
I
jumping
didn't
up
even
and
see
down.
that.
But people showed love. Rick Ross was out there. I think there were a couple other artists that showed up, but he got a lot of love.
Yeah, and we kind of touched on that last week, but more information came out about that case,
What's
which I
that?
thought was
Information?
interesting.
What's that?
So the judge kind of had a vendetta against Meek. One being that she wanted Meek to leave Rock Nation
Okay.
and sign with a friend of hers to manage him.
Wow.
She would also show up to his probationary, whatever he had going on, just showing up, just kind of just spectating, watching.
Like, are they called
Well, judges don't naturally do that.
like probation hearings? Is that what
No,
they are?
not a
Meetings
hearing.
or something?
Like
I don't know.
when he went to do his probation. So, like,
Gotcha.
say
I follow you.
he's at like a boys and girls club or something. She would actually show up to those.
Really?
Yeah.
the community
Judges,
service.
Community
yeah,
service,
Judges don't do that.
Wow.
She also requested that Meek re-record "Bended Knee"
Hmm.
by Boyz II Men,
What?
kind of make it a rap version, and put her name in it.
What?
Yes,
This is real.
this is real,
And Nicki Minaj actually confirmed some of these stories, I believe.
and they ain't even cool no more.
So this judge clearly has had it out for him. Like
Yes.
I've never heard anything like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's hilarious in not a funny way.
In not a funny way.
Yeah.
In not a funny way. Wow, man. Like, I don't know what to say to that. I've
And
never
mind you,
seen
also,
anything like
okay,
that
so
before.
the Pop the Willie incident also came up. So
So what was that?
he was actually at something that involved kids,
Mhm.
and he was just trying to have fun with the kids, show him he could pop willies and stuff like that, and got in trouble.
Wow.
He also got in trouble for stopping a fight in an airport.
Stopping.
He stopped a fight in the airport, and I guess that was against his
Violation of his
that was a
probation.
violation of his probation.
By stopping a fight.
Stopping a fight.
And we talked about the hip hop cops. We
Yeah.
talked about, we
The
hinted
cops
on that.
actually vouched for Meek on that one. Like, no, he was stopping the
Oh,
fight.
they were in his favor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow,
this
that's
is all the
crazy, man.
judge. The judge is,
So the judges had it out for him.
yeah.
Wow.
So why didn't she put him back in in jail the first or second time that he had
trying to
violated?
get
Had
that
to go
same-
in
Well,
front
she
of
was
her?
trying to, she was trying to get him to sign with one of her buddies as far
Does
as
this
management
sound
team.
far-fetched to anybody?
Not really.
No.
I don't know if this sounds far-fetched.
It sounds quite crazy.
It
It sounds
does.
crazy. In today's society, I don't know how far-fetched this may be.
Mm-hmm.
Record a random song that you have nothing to do with and put my name in it.
That's the
I just feel like this is a time. If it's
Well,
true,
Meek took it as a joke, but she evidently wasn't joking.
I read these same things too, and I'm not trying to be mean about. Like last week, I did say I hope everything works out well for him, and
As do I.
if this is the truth, I'm glad it's coming to the light. Some of this sounds far-fetched.
I mean,
I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying this whole thing just sounds weird. Like it's just very strange. That judge, if that's all the case, she should be definitely taken off, right, of that, and probably disciplined or in some way. Like you're completely like tampering with his case at this point. I'm curious to see if something happens with this judge. So if nothing does, I mean,
2017.
here's the
Donald
thing:
Trump
I
is the president.
have a hard time believing there's a huge
Bingo.
conspiracy against Meek Mill, man. That's my whole thing.
I
Of
don't-
all
I wouldn't
people-
even necessarily say it's a huge conspiracy. It's just somebody that
Has an axe to grind.
yeah, and they wanted to benefit out of his situation somehow.
I think
He wasn't complying.
So he didn't go back to the first or second time he had to go in front of her when she just gave him house arrest for 90 days and didn't put him in prison because she wanted that song.
I think it's
mean-
more about
I
signing
mean,
to.
if you have such an axe to grind, wouldn't you put that person back in prison at your first chance?
I don't know if you put them
Nah.
back in
No.
prison if you're still wanting them to sign with your friend. Like, I think that's the part where it's like, do I or don't I?
Yeah.
That's just me. I
And just so you know, it sounds like I'm not believing it, and it's not the case. This whole thing just sounds really weird. It sounds like a big to-do for Meek Mill.
That's fair.
And I'm talking about on the celebrity status side of all
Right.
these things, because this is nothing new. I mean, every celebrity, whether it be musician, athlete, actor, actress, these types of things happen with celebrities all the time, right? And
Right.
it's common for different pieces of information to come out or different things to come up throughout the course of that. I'm just like, it's if he's being done like just completely and totally wrong, like that sucks, and I hope that that's not the case. You know what I mean for him, but it just seems like I don't know, man.
little
It's a
much,
little
huh?
much, man.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like it's a little much. And if everything that people have been saying now after the fact is true, then he
Doesn't
deserves.
sound
He
far-fetched to me,
does.
though.
Then why? Isn't it? Is it at all interesting? This is all coming out as soon as he goes back to jail.
I mean,
Not
when
the
else
first time
would
he
it-
violated, not the
when else
second
would
time
it
he
come out,
violated, not the
though?
third time he violated, because he's been in the news for all those violations.
But
'Cause he
when
got
else
put
would it
back on
come back?
any of those
When would it
times.
come out?
any of those times when his name was in the limelight for having to go to court. Why now when you're going to prison?
But why would it come out then?
Why not?
But why?
Because it's wrong.
Kian.
And he's being basically his future, his freedom is being played with by this judge
Kianis.
for her own personal benefit,
We see you
seemingly,
over there.
or her
Okay.
friends. So why wait until you're going back to prison? Why not?
Well,
talk
he's
about
not the
this
one
stuff?
that's talking about it, though.
How
He
did
can't
this
talk
even?
about
How
it.
did this even surface?
or his people or whatever. But yeah,
I wonder how this even serviced the fact Meek Mill doing a on Bended Knee remix. I mean,
That
like,
just sounds weird. I just
The On Bended Knee
Yeah,
remix
it
part. Now
sounds far
that,
fetched,
to
but
his point, is like way out there.
that's what I'm saying. He
random
thought
as
it was
hell.
a joke.
Yeah.
He thought it was a joke,
Yeah.
and evidently she was for real about it.
If that is serious,
I mean, it's a Philly judge. Boyz II
Yeah.
Men is from Philadelphia.
they are. Yeah, they are.
She wants another
I don't know.
resident of Philadelphia to remix the song and put her name in.
and rap in it, and it's not a rap song.
Well,
Not even close.
Okay, so here, I guess this is all I'll say. I hope it works out. Like, if all this stuff is true, then, Meek should have, be set free, or at least have the right to a trial with a different judge, or be able to go in front of a different judge.
I
For
think
sure.
he should definitely be.
Well, the FBI is investigating the judge.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's dope.
Good. I mean, if this all comes out, it's just crazy. That's all I'm saying. If it all comes out, and it's like everything that came out is true. I'd just be like, wow, that's nuts.
It
I
just-
don't have a vendetta against. I would never want any
Spoolz-
human being to
Spoolz
go to
doesn't
prison.
like Meek Mill.
No, I just don't understand the.
Hey, that's a Mike comment. That's a Nas comment.
It just doesn't seem.
He just doesn't like Meek
Shout out to
Mill. That's all
Lone.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't care one way or the other at the end of the day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't like or dislike his music. I've never bought any of it. There's better
He was-
rappers and there's worse
He was
rappers.
mad when he got with Nicki Minaj.
That was
Yeah,
it.
because Spoolz has such a love affair with
Yeah.
Nicki
That's
Minaj.
Meek
exactly
Mill.
what it is.
Safari.
Yeah.
They're on my shit list.
Safari.
Yeah. I think I'm you don't like Safari alone?
Truth
I don't
comes
know. I
out.
don't even know who Safari is.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yeah. You know who Safari is.
Sounds like a love and hip hop.
I had
name.
heard she was dating
It
Nas
does
for a
sound like
little while.
it does. I think her and Nas are still dating.
He might have ate her bot.
Oh.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Hey, bada boom, bada bing.
And there we are.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Best thing.
He might, maybe he did.
That's the best
Maybe
thing I've
that's why
heard today.
Maybe that's why they're still together.
That's more believable than the whole
On
bended
Bended
knee.
Knee.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's 10 times more believable.
on bended knee. If you think about it, though, to Spoolz, I'm with Terry in the sense of in today's society, I'm to the point where nothing surprises me.
Hey.
So if on bended knee comes out, or that was true that they wanted that to happen, I'm gonna be like, dang, this is just a crazy world. But I see where he's coming from in terms of why is it Meek Mill? Like
Hey.
why? I get it, man.
Featuring Young Thug.
When he got in trouble originally, supposedly for the
That's still
bikes,
funny.
the bikes or whatever. It
Yeah.
never came out that he was at a children's event at that point.
Well, I mean,
When he,
That's crazy, by the way.
if that's the case, that's really lame too.
I think it was just like in front of kids, and he was trying to.
He was endangering children.
Because he got reckless
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
Maybe
mean,
he.
that can
I
be
guess the
anything.
point that I'm getting at is I don't really believe either side that much, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe
I
any
can
of
leave this
stuff.
neighborhood and turn the corner real sharp, and they'll call it reckless driving.
If they want to.
Yeah.
If they want to.
So
Yeah, I don't stop at stop signs.
Shout out to Lonegevity out
Reckless.
there with that reckless driving.
Rolling
Yeah.
stop
Well,
for life.
Like I said, I hope it works out for him, and if all this is true, then he.
Yeah, shout out to Meek, man. Like,
What's
you know,
the way
so
they're
if
doing
it's
him
true,
isn't fair.
if it's true, then you have to do the bended knee remix.
thought
I don't have that much stake in this.
No,
man.
no,
Yeah.
no.
It'll be
I
a
don't.
bonus. It'll be a bonus track on Star
On
Trek.
Star Trap,
Star
yeah.
Trap.
If you
Yeah.
download the exclusive, yeah.
Yeah, just so y'all know, we are we're trying to get a track list together for Star Trap,
Mm-hmm.
which is Terry's debut solo album, produced by
Featuring DJ Spoolz on the ad libs.
Hey,
Spoolz is going to do all the ad libs.
Yes.
Lone and I will produce the entire record.
I've been
And,
practicing.
There will be a song called Mug.
Yeah.
Jaha. Need a whole song where it's just like bunch of vowels.
And one song called 𝐀𝐿𝐓.
Yeah, we gotta
Bad
get started.
Baya.
Yeah, we gotta get started on the artwork too, man. We gotta figure out where we want to go with his artwork.
Just a bunch of stars.
It's got to be extraterrestrial, man.
Extra what?
Terrestrial.
You can have the best.
Extra
you can
what?
have the best.
Terrestrial.
Extra tree? Did you say extra tree
No, I
terrestrial?
didn't. I said, I'm not.
You
Why
reaching.
does Mike always
You
want me
reaching,
to
Mike.
keep
Am I
repeating
reaching?
stuff?
I'm reaching. I'm sorry.
So then I'm about to repeat it and sound like what he just said because he keeps saying it.
Did you say extraterrestrial?
terrestrial.
Nah, you heard what I said.
Did you say stars first? I was like, what? No, I
Shout out
said
to
terrestrial.
Spell it.
No.
Shout out to extraterrestrial.
Look, you the one saying it. Jacked
I like
up.
that, man. I might have to keep that.
Maybe that'll be a
Extraterrestrial.
track.
That's
on
what ET is.
Shout
I
out,
like,
Did you not
I
see
like
ET?
how he thinks.
Did you
shout
see
out
ET?
to Terry's Outer Space Trahow.
Did you
What?
listen? Did you listen
His Outer
to
Space Trahow.
what's the AT Aliens? There's a song called Extraterrestrial.
Yeah, it's got
Straight
the
from ATL.
Yeah.
shakers and all that weird stuff in the back.
Out of this world.
Word. Great album, top 5 all time. You want to fight me on that?
You want to fight about it?
No, man.
All right, so let's jump into what I have for the rundown. So you guys actually brought this to my attention. I was asleep.
What's that?
Louis C.K. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Okay, comedian. So there are 5 accusers for him. They're all saying that at some point in time, he either was on the phone, in person, I believe they said, or
No, he was being a jag-off.
yeah, but
Bars.
yeah, that's actually clever. Low key, that's actually clever.
Hey,
we
yeah.
see.
It is what it is.
Get that trap star. Yeah, so here's one. The 4th woman, her name was Rebecca Corey. And she said CK asked if he could masturbate in front of her while on the set of the TV pilot.
We're getting
for
no
2015.
advertising money for this
None.
episode.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Hey, what do you say if I just whip my jolly out and then, yeah.
Bottom line, 5 people said,
And block the door.
yeah. This guy's 5 young ladies have said this guy's either mentioned or
Yeah, and
Executed.
he
Nah,
he
yeah,
confirmed it.
He definitely
confirmed it.
confirmed it. Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
crazy part. Like
He's been
like,
the only guy that's basically
He said-
that
he
I've
said,
seen
yeah.
that's actually come out and apologized and owned up to what he did and
Yeah.
Just he-
showed some sort of remorse.
he's just gonna take
and-
the L. Yeah.
He said, I'm a jag
I'm not
off.
saying that certainly doesn't make any of it fine or okay.
Not at all.
But he
Right.
seems to be the only guy that's done that though.
He likes to jack off in front of girls without them knowing or being interested in seeing it.
Wow.
That's strange.
Jag off.
We talked about
He's
There-
an idiot for that shit.
yeah, they low key, no high key. The thing is, we talked about these types of situations popping up a lot in Hollywood. I believe we mentioned Terry Crews.
Well, Harvey Weinstein.
There you go. Right.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin
Right.
Spacey. He tried to make his moment a whole coming out mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, son.
You didn't buy that?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I buy it, but
You bought it.
you don't switch somebody saying that you did some wrong shit to me and just be like, oh, I don't remember that, but I'm coming out as a gay man.
Mm.
Yeah,
Nah,
that was the throw off for sure.
Yeah, nah. It didn't work in his favor.
Well, a lot of this stuff has been going on, and I think it was Lone that mentioned the angle of, I guess some of these things are for, I guess, advancement in your career, or is it that type of? Was it you that mentioned that in terms of some of these people saying it was for, I guess, the certain situations were to benefit them, I guess, in Hollywood or something like that. Like I don't know.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
With
Well,
Harvey Weinstein, I
Is
think
that-
was
is
the
that
case.
the one?
Yeah, it's my understanding of what I've read about him was that it was for, like basically he would be like, yeah, I'll be able to help you if you.
For- yeah, that's what I've been
I see what
with,
you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, like
I
that's
think,
crazy.
I think Harvey's was. I
Okay.
think Louis. I think one of them was in like 2002.
I think that was
For
the
Louis?
the last one.
I guess he kind of alluded to that as well. I guess he
Jag off.
they've got 2002.
he liked to. He said
90s.
05 was the latest. Last
Yeah,
one,
05 was the latest.
I thought it was like 09.
Let me pull it back up.
But no, he said in his letter
His letter.
that his letter. In his letter, he said he said something along the lines of, I'm trying to think of the way he said it. It was
I think I know what you're getting at.
he didn't say like I held power over them.
Uh-huh.
He
But
said he
that-
kind of
that's
took
kind of
advantage.
exactly
He said
what
I
he
took
said.
advantage of the situation.
But yeah,
much.
but he didn't actually say that like I held power over these people. That's kind of what people have an issue with his apology was his specific phrasing of what he said. He just said, "No, they looked up to me."
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I held power over them. It was like, "No, they looked up to me," or they liked me this much and I should have known that or something. But it wasn't him saying, "No, I held power over them."
Okay.
And they probably felt, well, he's a big comedian or whatever. If I come out and say something, then there's probably going to be repercussions for this.
Yeah,
That's
I think
what
that's
I'm
the
going
case
for,
with all these folks, man. With Harvey Weinstein, and
Right.
they knew if they came. I mean, Harvey Weinstein especially. I mean, he's a big deal, dude. I was watching. We were just talking about Lord of the Rings beforehand. Like I was
Yes.
watching that. Harvey Weinstein, his name's on that.
It's
Like,
everywhere.
His name's on everything, man.
Really?
And
I wasn't really too familiar with him before. I mean,
Nor was I.
Well, he's
What's
like a
dude's name
behind the
that
scenes guy.
made what's that show? Family Guy? Is
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. I think he's like made jokes at like hosting like certain
he
events
did.
saying that
About
I
Harvey.
guess you don't have to do something for Harvey Weinstein or Weinstein Brothers anymore since you got nominated for an award.
Oh, word.
Like
Yeah.
they've been doing that like
That was prior to
on
all
the
of this
slide.
stuff coming out.
for years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think there's been I think it's starting to, at least within Hollywood, like as far as society is concerned, sexual harassment and assault, that stuff will come out often. You know what I mean? There's still plenty of cases like we've seen where people don't right away for one reason or another, but with Hollywood in general, yeah, it seems like there was like this culture of that, and it's like the lid's kind of being
I kind of
taken
wonder.
off of
I honestly wonder how hidden it is in society as well. Like part of me doesn't really think that it's so much different.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much across the board, probably.
It's the difference between Hollywood versus just regular society.
Yeah, I mean, because when you think the societal ways of man versus woman, anyways, and power and how and all those little things that come in, and just the subtleties.
to that point. I'm sure there's plenty
subtleties
that
of everything.
that don't get reported for for one reason
Oh,
or
yeah.
another within society. But I mean, I think back all the way to like this was like the early '90s. Remember Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice?
Yep.
That was one of the first.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Wow.
Oh, that was him.
That was one of the no.
I hate them.
That was one of the first times I remember, and I was young, so I mean, I'm sure it's come out before, but I remember that one coming out,
Mhm.
and that was a big deal at the time because no one had
Huge.
ever really come out
Right.
seemingly against someone like that. But I feel like it, maybe not though. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of sexual assaults reported every year, but I'm sure there's plenty that don't get reported.
Yeah.
For again, like I
Yeah,
said
that's
before, one
definitely
reason
true.
or another.
And I think that the whole social media Me Too thing kind of showcased that.
hmm
I saw, I don't know, lots of
Yeah.
women come out and say stuff that you probably wouldn't maybe suggest, or even see,
I can't
and I know
imagine,
it's there,
dude,
but
what it's like sometimes. I mean, but just kind of, thinking a little deeper. I can't to be a woman as far as having to put up with.
It honestly made me kind of reevaluate myself and my own role as a man in this society. Like,
Facts.
I think that's good, right?
It's
Facts.
like, all right, am I contributing to this? Like, am I
Right.
being accountable enough to, when I see stuff or whatnot, am I laughing at things? You know what I mean? Like,
We let certain things go, and I'm guilty of this as far as the music that I listen to, for sure. I mean, so that's something that's come to mind for me as far as that kind of thinking
yeah,
is, why do I listen to, I mean, even Kendrick says it sometimes, you know what I mean? So, like the word bitch or something like that. So, referring to women, but I don't know. It's a good thing that it's happening, man. Like that sort of
No, I agree with
self-reflection
that.
for males to have, as far as like, how am I potentially making someone else feel, making a woman feel?
yeah,
that
for sure.
should take place in all of us as
Yeah.
men.
To
Yeah,
Lone's point
absolutely.
about the accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah, you gotta get them T's in
We're
there.
doing really good enunciation today. Yeah.
Amanda Seals was on
Especially if we're talking
Instagram.
about trial.
Try.
Amanda Seals was on Instagram, and she was telling some of her stories about whether it be, this is back in her early hip hop days, like she talked about how rappers would approach her in interviews and just say sly stuff on the side about, well, if you want to try to get on XYZ, or one of these days eventually I know you're going to give me that thing, or you know what I mean, little slick stuff like that, or show me this and you'll get that. And I looked at it like, damn, have I been naive in terms of a lot of the stuff that goes on, or some of these women, some of the stuff that they go through? I'll have to step back to his point about the accountability. Like, yo, have I missed this, or have I been kind of like, yo, I didn't really realize these things were going on. I didn't think it was to the severity that it was. Like, I had to step back and be like, damn, there's people that have gone through some of the stories she was telling. I was amazed. I'm like, yo, this really happens for someone that already was established. Like, for her to have to continue to jump over hurdles, you know what I'm saying, while being established. And some of the stuff that she was presented with, I thought the shit was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe some of the stories that she was telling on Instagram. And maybe
I believe. I mean, this goes on every day,
right,
forever and ever and ever. As long as we've been here, this has been happening.
Okay.
So it's not something that surprises me.
Right.
It's like you said, it's a matter of, are you participating in it?
Right.
Fair enough.
And in some cases, not knowing if you're participating in it.
Yeah. Now that was kind of my point. Like, man, am I contributing to this without really even being conscious of it?
I could dig it.
Yeah.
You know, like feeling like I'm on a woman's side, but maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm sure everybody in here loves their mom.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That goes without being said.
Sure.
Would you want somebody
absolutely
doing A, B, or C, or talking
Sister,
to your mom?
niece,
You know what I'm saying?
whatever. Yeah.
Like that. And I know me, if somebody disrespected a woman in my family,
Right.
my wife,
Yeah.
it's curtains. Like, that's just how I feel.
Right.
But this type of thing happens all the time. Even Gabrielle Union was talking on Sway in the Morning one episode about her book and how she was coming up, and she mentioned one time she was auditioning for a Tupac video, and that she couldn't dance, and I was terrible, and this, that, and the other, and how all the other guys were acting towards her versus how Pac was. She was like, everybody else was real disrespectful, this, that, and the other, but Pac was like, you know, you did good, and like at least being encouraging in the moment without, you know what I'm saying, being extra aggressive and downgrading or whatnot. So, I mean, it happens.
treating
It's
her
been
like
happening.
treating her like a woman or as a person as opposed to a
Right.
figure of a woman, a sexualized object.
Right. And we all know that Pac did time for a situation
Yeah.
that he allegedly did. And I mean, we've seen the movie. We don't know, you know, movies usually act things out not all the way true, but I never really believed that Tupac did that to that young lady.
I don't. I
And
didn't either.
and like in
my
some
heart,
cases,
I don't.
right?
But we don't. We
In
don't
some
know.
cases,
Right.
well, my thing is, a lot of times we make somebody guilty before seeing everything that, you know, all the facts on the table.
We are all
whatnot.
guilty of that.
Like,
I
he was
agree.
convicted of that.
Yeah. Yep.
And it kind of came out later that there was a vendetta against him,
Which is believable.
definitely
That's
believable.
That's believable.
Yeah, because he never denied having an interaction with this young lady.
Right.
He just said that I did not take it from her.
Right.
Is what happened, but it's been going on.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate situation, and people need to wake up and realize, don't overstep boundaries. Somebody says no, don't do it. It doesn't matter when they say no. You can be, you know what I'm saying, just knowing that y'all are feeling each other like that, but she can just be like, nah, I'm cool. And you got to hold back.
Well, I think what Sean said was, you know, poignant in that it's about looking at women as just human beings, man. I mean, it's, you know, like it's not.
It's kind of a societal thing. I don't know if it's a Western thing.
I
mean,
wouldn't
not
even
to cut
say
off.
human
No.
beings. I would say as an equal counterpart.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, not as an object is the point that I was
Yeah.
making. Not as a sexual object. As you wouldn't treat you wouldn't do that to another human being. Any human being, regardless of their man or woman, if they told you not to. So this scenario doesn't make it okay for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's. And to your point, the societal part. Oh yeah, I mean it's
not what society really teaches.
we're a
Especially
male-dominated society, and we always have been here.
Yeah,
you know?
your president
You know?
of the United States
Mm.
has some
Perfect
questionable
example.
behavior.
Yeah. You know.
He still made it to office.
I think go ahead, Lon. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead.
I think
And people actually made excuses for him doing that.
Sure.
Women included.
Women as well. Yes.
That's crazy.
When Lone talked about the accountability, it's like I think one of the things that has helped me when we bring up this situation or the topic is to try to listen to the woman's perspective more, because I think that is a learning tool to hear it from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for guys to get together and compare or contrast stories or talk about it, experiences or whatever. That's going to be one side of it, and we're used to that. We've grown accustomed to it because we talk amongst each other all the time. But sometimes when you actually listen to women and hear it from the other side, for me, there's a light bulb that goes off to say, you know what? I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, sure.
And then you have to pull yourself back and step back and analyze everything as a whole from both sides. To Spool's point, where you talk about, well, have I contributed to this or XYZ? For me, when I hear from women and they tell me about experience, not me personally, but experiences you read about, videos or whatever, that helps me to understand and see the opposite side. Do you guys see where I'm coming from with that?
Yeah, I think it's similar to something else that we talk on here when we talk about, or when I specifically, when we talk about race issues and white people and understanding,
Same
growing
concept.
up. It's the
the
same
application
concept.
of the same thing.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Essentially it's step back and listen and don't devalue people as their own thoughts. And, don't try to tell me my experience.
Yeah.
Don't listen to talk, but listen to understand.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
That's it right there. Well said.
But it's just, honestly, back to what we were talking about originally, it's just crazy, like I said, the seemingly understood culture of it that's apparently been going on in Hollywood for a long time. It's not mind-blowing, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, wow, so many people just kind of were like, yep, that's the way it is.
Just got to deal with it. Like, this is how it goes.
I mean, you mentioned Seth MacFarlane. There's a joke on Family Guy where there's literally a child running away, and he's like running away from Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like a little boy running away. He's like, Kevin Spacey had me. Like, this is a real thing.
This was on the episode.
I think was it Stewie? Or was it somebody else?
It might have been Stewie. I thought it was a child.
Wait,
I don't remember if it
this
was
was
Stewie
an
or not.
actual episode that aired?
It was like I was trapped in Kevin Spacey's basement or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No way.
So I mean that speaks into it, but that kind of goes into the obviously Seth MacFarlane he knew about it, obviously.
Was that years before this ever happened?
That's
too?
my question.
Yeah.
So again,
that's what I mean.
Like
He knew about it, and he kind of speaks on it, but it makes you kind of wonder about the power structures within Hollywood and how powerful they really are. If people as powerful, quote unquote, as Seth MacFarlane can kind of take jabs, but you know what I mean? Like, but he didn't.
Well, he's not writing checks for Seth.
That's what I mean.
So.
Exactly.
But that's where it stops, though, too.
Yeah.
People know about it, but they don't really. They haven't really stepped up to do anything. What's her? What's the lady? The young lady who was in Juno, and
I can't.
She came out.
Her, yeah.
She wrote. She's a brilliant actress, actually. I don't remember what her name is though.
I can't call her. I'd have to look it up. I can't
I'll have to look that up. But she wrote a whole long essay about stuff that happened to her when she was 16. Different. Being asked out on dates and when she was 16, and just like stuff like that. And
what was the campaign that was on Facebook where women were telling their stories? Was it Me Too? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You just mentioned.
I say that to say. No, I say that to say.
Ellen Page. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I say that to say I thought that was interesting because I saw so many people that I knew that I never.
It was like 5 minutes ago, Mike.
I had no idea, but I'm talking about from a personal experience though. Like,
I'm just saying.
I had a lot of my friends that I didn't realize.
I'm just saying.
He ain't say that part. That was my experience, sir.
Same.
He ain't say that part.
Thing.
No, it's not. His and mine are different. No, it's not.
That
no,
part?
it's not. You talk. I can talk lower than you. Nope. No.
I can talk lower than you can talk.
Nope.
Blow this place up.
Nope.
I believe you have my stapler.
No salt. I said no salt.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, get your boy Jay Diff, man. Get your boy.
That was
man.
good.
Shout out to Spoolz, man. Spoolz, you are a one of one, sir. I will tell you that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I think that's good, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm very curious how. I think it's great that these things are coming out.
Yep.
You know, and that the people are talking about it. I wonder.
This guy.
I wonder how it'll affect the culture of Hollywood. You know, and just populate. I mean, like, so the Louis C.K. thing wasn't necessarily Hollywood. That was on the comedic circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Like those were
Jag off.
comedians that came out, you know,
Come
and
on,
said
man.
something.
I mean, it's the truth.
It is.
Literally.
He said it.
You know, but I'm curious, you know, like if we're going to see anything. I wonder if there's going to be another area that's going to come out similarly to that as well.
I'm sorry, Spoolz messed me up, man. I was not expecting that quote from that movie.
No, I'm curious to see too, because the thing is, with it having seemingly been a culture of Hollywood or part of the culture of Hollywood, what does it look like when that's removed?
Right.
Does it mean more female movie? Does it mean, you know what I mean? I don't know if you or I or the four of us would be able to see what that's like, but those people working in Hollywood certainly will feel it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, they have felt it because, like, there were some people that did come out against at least Harvey Weinstein.
I'm saying if it changes, like we won't know if the culture changes
Oh, no,
or what that will
you
be
won't.
like, you
Yeah.
know, as far as being a Hollywood actor or
Yeah.
actress.
It's like you'll watch a movie, you see somebody in it, but they were pretty good. Then you don't see them anymore.
Yep.
You don't even think about that. You don't even know what happened behind the scenes as far as why they're not in the movies anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And it's just it's messed up, man. And I'm glad women are speaking out too, within Hollywood and outside of Hollywood as well. Like, seriously, it's good.
I'm glad they feel safe, or at least empowered enough to feel like they can come out. At least
guys
to a
guys
certain
can be
extent.
real creepy, man. You know,
So
for real.
yeah.
Like, shit, I'm sure we all know females that
women.
either girlfriends, ex-girlfriends that have told us stories, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
of some creepy dude they dated or some creepy dude that they met or something. You know what I mean? Like,
It's an everyday thing.
yeah, it is. And I can't imagine. You know, you try to put yourself in those shoes, and it's difficult. But
Yeah.
it's got to be very trying. So
Creepy guys messing up for the guys not trying to be creepy.
I'm saying, man,
Better talk that talk,
I've
Long.
been saying that for years
You
too,
better
dude.
talk that
Like,
talk,
it's true.
Long. That's
It's
a
like, look,
fact.
I'm not. It's funny. So it's funny when
That's
Sarah and
a
I
fact.
were first dating, right? The first time we went out, we met somewhere, right? And we had a really good time. So the second time, I was like, you know, I'm chivalrous. I was like, I want to offer to come pick her up,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's a bloke Paddington Coleman move.
But then, good. That's a good thing too, yeah.
Cool.
Because
Not
that
really.
dude's super smooth.
Yeah. All right.
No,
Go ahead.
but then I had to stop and think,
And he's
like,
got an accent.
maybe because dudes are creepy,
Yeah.
maybe she's afraid to have me come to her house to
Yeah,
pick her up.
for
Although
sure.
I'm just
No
trying to do.
question.
So when I asked her, I said, "If you would rather me not, that's cool." That is only because of creepy dudes that I had to
Facts.
say that.
Yeah.
Talk that talk, Spoolz.
You know.
Facts.
Otherwise, it's just a normal. Yeah, can I? You know.
Facts.
So, but anyway, that's what that made me think of, is like the extra steps I've had to take because of dudes who have messed. You know, like,
Yeah.
not good, man. No bueno.
He's right.
Don't be Quagmire.
Don't be Quagmire,
Don't
guys.
be
Yeah.
Quagmire. Yo.
Just because
Giggity,
one girl
giggity.
is okay with you being Quagmire doesn't mean all women are okay with you being Quagmire.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll reveal that later on.
Thank you.
Y'all can be Quagmire after y'all know each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
Well, I like the head. Yes, have you?
So I did it.
Yeah.
Because I got that one
That video, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Long.
boomerang.
The boomerang out next.
All right.
Did you guys ever see the episode with his cat James?
With his
No.
He had
No.
a cat named James, and he loved his cat named James.
No.
I don't know. if I-
Quagmire.
That's kind of like you
possible.
having a cat named Aretha, though.
That's exactly like it. I was like, oh, look what James did. Like, yeah, it's awesome.
Shout out to Aretha, man.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I finally healed from those scratches. Moving on. Colin Kaepernick, GQ Citizen of the Year.
Bong bong.
Bong, bong. They had some great photos.
They mad. They big mad.
I saw a lot of big mad today.
Big mad.
I'm talking about big mad.
I mean, it was
Big mad.
About as big as his fro mad.
Yeah.
And with
On the cover.
Mad with 2 D's.
I mean, it was
Mad.
2 to 3.
Duh.
Yeah.
it was as big as
Gotta
Big
be
League.
triple D's at least.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mad.
That's a lot of mad. I don't.
You see. I went to one comment thread and it was like, well, why doesn't he cut his hair? I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm not reading
just
this
keep
anymore.
scrolling.
Yeah.
Just
You left as soon as you saw that.
Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Just keep.
You don't
moving.
get it. You don't
Just
get it.
keep moving.
I have no problem with him being on the cover at all.
I think he's a good fit. I think.
I think
It's a great fit.
He's been one of the most talked about people in the last year. You know, and
Yeah.
Going on 2, really.
Going on 2.
yeah.
Yeah, because it started when he was still active.
He's doing positive things.
He is.
Yeah.
As much as people don't understand that or don't want to see that or believe that, he's not spoken one word of negativity or violence.
Yep.
So
I respect the
I
man.
think it's awesome that he got on the cover, man.
I respect the man that puts his money where his mouth is. Colin Kaepernick did that. And I don't see what the problem is about him being on the cover.
Yeah, you do.
I do, but I don't. I'm trying to be positive, man.
I'm happy that they're
I'm
mad.
very happy because he deserves it. He deserves it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like I think it's just dope. The cover's dope with the afro and everything.
Yeah.
Like everything, the photos, everything is dope about that. Well deserved. I'm happy for him
Mm-hmm.
Me too, man.
because there's no probably. He's not going to take another NFL snap. Okay, unless you guys think otherwise. I don't see it happening.
I had a hunch that the Patriots were going to pick him
I
up.
did as well.
Yeah, it was.
You guys
it
thought
had
New
been-
England?
I was
What had been
curious.
said like maybe a week or so ago that
Really?
by the weekend he was going to be signed,
Yeah.
and then
By New England?
yes,
Robert
then the
Kraft.
The
Patriots
Patriots do not have
they
a
ended up
backup
signing
quarterback.
somebody else.
They signed
Ah.
Or
somebody.
did they?
Okay.
Who'd they get? Do you know?
No.
I don't
It was some
remember.
dude that's not good as Kaepernick.
Nah, definitely not.
I know that.
Yeah,
It was Brandon Whedon's brother.
yeah.
No, it was. Really?
Whedon.
Might as well be.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Yeah.
Brandon Whedon.
That's
They're
my
like,
little
yeah.
brother. His name's Sweden.
Whedon.
He likes Swedish fish
Shout
as well.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp.
He
Gummy
likes Swiss Miss hot chocolate.
He always says they bring in somebody that knows the offense. Well, they brought him in because he'll be able to fit right in and he knows the offense. He hasn't played in 20 years, but he knows the offense.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bull if you ask me.
Brett
He
Favre
knows
is
fantasy
warming up on the,
football.
Oh yeah,
on the
right.
sidelines.
Yeah.
He knows the offense. At 50, he knows the offense. So
Dude, I'd never liked Brett Favre, but that's
Favre.
neither here nor there.
He
Brett
wore
Favre.
Wranglers.
He did.
I never hated Brett Favre, actually, as a Bears fan, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
I got Brett Favre top 10 cusp.
yeah, I would say he's in top 10. Probably.
Top 10?
Probably late top 10.
I will say this:
Barely make it.
I think Aaron Rodgers is better than him.
Let's say between maybe
Uh,
maybe 8 and 15.
8 and 15. I'll take that.
Yeah.
He might. Yeah,
I'd say that.
Aaron
top
Rodgers.
20.
Aaron Rodgers is
Not
better
top
than him
10.
now.
I think so
Aaron
too.
Rodgers is better than him.
I got
There's so many that are better than him.
I could probably run off Montana, Brady, Money,
Marino.
Marino,
Steve Young.
You said Montana. Yeah, I would say Steve Young.
Yeah.
Unitas.
I wouldn't put Young necessarily higher. I would put them maybe in the same. Maybe
Young-
I might nudge Steve Young a little bit
I
higher.
don't know,
I think Steve
man.
Young's
I
the
think
best
Steve Young
quarterback.
is better than him.
But you got the obvious though.
I mean, I do too, but they're like right there.
Here's the thing about Brett Favre that
Steve
I never cared
McNair
for.
is better than.
Steve McNair is not.
Rest in
no.
I don't
peace.
think
He's
I
not
don't think-
better than.
No.
Brett
He's not
Favre,
better
no.
than Brett.
No.
I don't even like
No.
Brett Favre
Favre.
played more games.
No,
Nah, he's not colder than Brett Favre.
No,
And I
he's
used to love Aaron
I don't
McNair.
know.
man,
Yeah,
Brett.
rest in
rest
peace.
in
I like
peace.
Steve McNair too.
Yeah.
Like him or not, Brett Favre he has that win
Yep.
instinct thing that a lot of quarterbacks never had. He can make shit happen. Like him or not.
So the difference, Jay Cutler is very much cut from the Brett Favre cloth. Jay Cutler just isn't as successful with his chances as
He's
Brett Favre
not,
has
yeah.
been.
I don't-
Cannon for an arm.
They both gamble.
Gamble
Crazy,
for it.
like
it's
crazy.
Just, it's just Brett's gambles were a little better.
I
lot
don't
better.
know.
He wears
I would say I would
Wranglers.
agree with.
He's
probably.
cut from that cloth.
I would say he's
Cutler
cut
is.
from the cloth. I don't
Yeah.
think he's the caliber of quarterback
No.
that Brett was.
Oh, I'm
No.
saying as far as arm, like that's what got Brett
Yeah.
Favre, right? Arm
Right.
strength and his ability to kind of move around a little
But
bit.
he also had the ability to win. Like he knew how to win games.
It's his guts, man. That's what made Brett Favre.
Brett Favre leads
He was
the
gutsy.
Cutler
leads the
had
league in
guts, but he
interceptions.
didn't have
He
the
does.
same type of guts. I don't
Thought
think.
so.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
can see that.
You know,
He
like-
leads the league in interceptions all time. Correct.
who?
Brett
Definitely.
Favre.
Yes.
Well,
They need
See,
number
that's,
one.
that's what I'm saying. He was very high risk, high reward.
Gunslinger though,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
But I'm still
Threw from the hip.
If you think about
I
it,
just got
though,
so
honestly,
sick of hearing about that from him. What's Brett gonna do? He's keeping the whole organization on standby to figure out if he's gonna play. Oh, he's throwing in Mississippi at the high school again. Like, get out of here, dude.
Is Aikman nicer than Favre?
No,
I think so.
As a quarterback, we're not talking
He's
about
got the
anything.
rings.
I'll tell you what,
but I
Aikman
don't
was
think so.
surrounded. Well, Brett Favre was too.
Yeah, but Aikman was really surrounded by like the best offensive line of the
Yeah.
'90s, and Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin, and Jay Novacek,
That was a bad team.
and Daryl Johnston. Like,
Don't forget
when I
Prime
say
Time.
the
yeah,
best,
that's what I was about
the
to say.
best offensive line of the '90s. Like,
Yeah.
The best of the best of the best.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't.
I don't think
Here's-
that's
I don't
like
think,
that's
I don't
like
think
putting
Aikman is a better quarterback.
What's that Steelers guy that he won for?
Bradshaw.
It's like putting Bradshaw in there. Like,
To
Yeah.
my point that I said earlier, that's why the ring argument is terrible. He has 4 rings. Is he better than Steve Young?
no.
Maybe.
Steve Young threw a pass to himself and scored a touchdown, didn't
Mhm.
used
I would
to
take
like
Steve Young
I
over
used to
Brett
like
Favre
Steve Young,
I would
man.
too.
every day of the week.
he? Yeah.
But here's the last reason I don't care for Brett Favre. This will make more sense. When they drafted Aaron Rodgers, Favre was still a Packer.
Yep.
And he was not happy about that. And he was vocal about, I'm not here to teach somebody else the ropes. I'm here to, and all this. And I thought that was really shitty of Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely shitty. And so I'm happy. Like, I hate the Packers, obviously, because I'm a Bears fan.
I
but,
like Aaron Rodgers.
but good for you, Aaron
Beast.
Rodgers. Like,
I like Aaron Rodgers. I think he is a beast.
He is.
I think he's better than Brett Favre by a lot.
Mhm.
Discount double check.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't have. Obviously, he's still playing, but I think shout out to my guy JB. He's a scout for the Seahawks.
Is
I
he?
think from a skill
Seahawks?
standpoint, he is scout.
Scout.
Works for the NFC.
Yeah,
Um,
NFC.
Spell scout.
The championship,
No,
that league.
yeah, he does work for him. That's what it says on his Facebook page. Employed by the NFC. Unless he lying. He says not Brett Favre, but Aaron Rodgers, from a technical standpoint, is the most skilled quarterback he's ever seen. No flaws. I'm talking about in his game.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing off the wrong foot, roll out left, roll out right, arm.
He's a likable dude too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He seems cool.
I think he's a beast, man. I'm not pro Packers or anything, but the dude is incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Aaron Rodgers, man. Get well. He's done. It's a wrap for him
They
this year.
beat the Bears without Aaron Rodgers.
They
Saw
did?
that. Yeah. Bears are not good at football this year.
I ain't synced it.
You ain't seen it?
I ain't seen none
They're
of it.
3-6.
Wow. Fox still coaching?
We're gonna beat the Niners December 3rd, though.
Yeah,
Is
I checked
Fox still
scores.
coaching?
I haven't actually
cares?
seen any games.
Yeah, I've watched a few Bears games.
So
Yeah. Well,
Any music before the episode's over?
I see
We
what you
haven't
did
touched any
there.
music.
well, Cameron dropped a mixtape called
The program.
I'm Not Excited, but I will peep out of respect. 'Cause
You a
Cam-
hater?
No. I just
You don't
respect
like
the Dipset
Dipset?
movement.
You don't
I
like
respect the movement. I don't like them, though.
You don't like it?
I respect the movement.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I'm not
anyone in
gonna listen.
Dipset outside of Cameron, really.
I won't listen unless it randomly pops up mysteriously and I have nothing else to do in life.
Do you want to
Computers,
listen to it
computer.
together? I'll come over.
Then that means I have to intentionally focus. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
That's
all
good.
right,
It's
Dipset night.
it's not a bad mixtape at all. I'm not Cameron's not my favorite, but I like Cameron. I'm gonna go see him at the Emerson
Yeah.
Okay, when's
He's
that?
December
gonna be
9th.
at the Emerson.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
shout out to-
December 9th. We'll roll out with J.O. Shout out to J.O.
Shout out to
Ace
J.O.
One
Nice.
and the clinic.
Computers computing.
But
You should interview him.
Please.
Cameron?
Yeah.
they have $60 meet and greet tickets.
Wow.
He gonna be like, they mad.
Side of Prince is going to drop, I think, Friday, no, Dope on Sunday, I believe is the name of the album.
Should he drop it on Sunday?
17th.
17. So it's
Friday.
He was on the Breakfast Club going ham.
Word.
Yeah.
I heard
He
the
killed Flex.
Yeah.
He killed Flex.
He had
dope,
the
man.
whole the preacher collar on and shit. What's that called?
What's that?
We had the little preacher collar on.
Oh, like the
priest.
priest collar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
White joint in the middle there.
Yeah, he had
Son
one
of
of
a
those
preacher
on.
man.
Going nuts.
I see you over there alone with
Our
the
Crit
soul.
dropped
It's
a
a great
silly
song.
freestyle too.
Yes.
Did
He
Yeah,
bodied
Check
that
that
freestyle.
he did.
Yes.
I think
Crit is all over
is
the place,
Eminem's
man.
new album coming out soon?
You know, they
Wish I could tell you.
Probably in
Yeah,
a couple
I know.
weeks.
Yeah. They
Lone
just put out
did,
a single?
Lone didn't hear Walk
Yeah,
on
with
Water.
Beyonce.
I know you did. Spoolz, you ran it as well.
I have not
You
heard
have
it
not.
yet.
I heard
you
it.
did.
I heard Beyonce's chorus, and I was like,
No,
Eminem is the king of the hip hop ballad.
Yes.
and nobody likes a hip hop ballad.
Well, people do though. That's what's crazy.
Eminem is going to move mad.
Well, he always does. I was just curious,
Yeah.
you know.
He is, man. And
People
this
out
is
there
like
like him a lot.
He
a
always
sketch
got
beat.
a
Like,
ballad.
you know how
He's got that privilege to no.
That's a double
no,
entendre
no.
right
it is.
there.
It is.
He's got it to come out. He can come out and say, if you like Trump, middle finger,
Mm-hmm.
and those people will still buy his album.
But they'll claim that they won't.
Facts. These are all facts.
Yeah.
Emma's gonna move.
Never,
mad
ever,
units.
They'll be
ever.
at the concert
Yes. It's going to sell out.
fronting like they didn't vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never underestimate people's need to feel cool, man.
Yeah.
Facts, fool. This is an era of
Those are bars.
attention. Those are bars. Am I missing anything? I know
Way
we,
more
we're getting
powerful
close.
than we think sometimes.
Wine After Work is this weekend.
Shout out to Wine After Work.
Friday.
Nice.
Friday.
DJ Jay Diff.
You can come shoot your shot.
Man,
Get turned.
Get turned.
you know,
baby.
Wine After Work is like
Yeah.
half turned, half
Yeah. Get
Have chill.
half chill.
get
Yeah.
relaxingly turned.
Yeah. Hey.
I like that, Spoolz.
That could be on a T-shirt.
It
There you
can.
go. Or on a flyer.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wine After Work.
Relaxingly turned.
The last one I went. The last one.
Wine After Work.
Uh,
Relaxingly turned.
Relax.
Hey.
Turn.
Yeah.
It's
It's your new
coming.
tagline.
It's coming.
It's
Go
coming.
copyright
Yeah.
that tonight when I get
Yeah.
home.
Good job, buddy.
It's already in the mail.
Did
Trademark.
Hey,
it
was-
right now.
Done. Yeah.
Hey, the crowd at the last one was amazing, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot of love at the last one.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a
like
good
it.
time.
That was a good time.
Moonchild show was good.
Shout
That
out to
was.
Moonchild. They show us love every single time. It's been
I still
twice.
didn't meet
The
him
show,
yet, but it was a
the
good
show.
show.
Show was great,
Yeah.
but I mean the interview was cool. I mean they're pretty. I think I put a post. I was like they're kind of like the homies at this point,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we claim them at this point, man. Like that's.
I hope they didn't hear the episode where Mike called them our friends and then couldn't remember their names.
Yeah.
ooh, there it is.
Why you calling him out like that?
It's
Pete?
all right.
Called out.
It's all right. I've met them twice.
Yeah.
Circle
I
of
still haven't
life.
met
But did you tell her that you messed her name up?
I didn't. I owe her that. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll go on
What's her name,
Instagram and
Amber?
say
Amber, yeah.
I'm gonna go on Instagram and put myself out there like that.
Okay, you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
I
that.
DJ'd a
He'll
pretty dope
screenshot
art show
Yeah, how'd that
that
go?
same night. It went well.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
you take pictures.
Right above Sharp Blue.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Thursday nights is the DJ Zero night now
Okay.
at Icon Lounge.
Decademics, right?
Decademics, yeah. It's a bunch of people that don't know how to DJ. They get 15 minutes to rock the crowd.
They can see how
Nice.
long 15 minutes actually feels like being behind those decks.
Yeah.
It's funny because people be like, man, that's a long time.
Mhm.
Like, nah, it really
It's
ain't
not-
even.
No.
That's like a dent. Not even a
Yeah.
dent in the atmosphere.
It would be great if while that was happening,
Uh-huh.
you had random people walking up asking for requests
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
same
Hey,
time.
Them to need to throw that in as like a
As a little
An
qual for
added-
second for round two, maybe.
yeah, an added
Trying to,
category.
trying to throw them off
Yeah.
a little bit.
To
See
get
if they
some extra points if you can
Fit
if
it
you
in.
come through in the cut. Not even necessarily fit it in because people come at you with trash requests.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you would damn near have to differentiate if this is a trash request
Uh-huh.
or is this an official request. That's the whole problem with like people requesting songs. So you can be going in having a good time,
Uh-huh.
everybody's rocking. Somebody comes in and be like, "Hey, can you play?"
You got that new Eminem.
That's really
Yeah.
funny you
I
said
knew
that,
he
dude.
was gonna say that.
That's
Hey,
funny.
in-
I've
in
been asked
this-
that at a wedding.
And I'm gonna
Like, no, I'm
say
not
this.
gonna
I'm
do
gonna
that.
say this. Eminem does not work in a club setting.
At
No.
all.
No, it does not
I think
work.
that ballad might work though.
I hate
It's
it.
got
gotta-
Beyonce on it.
Eh,
But what if you remixed it and add
No.
drums to it?
nah.
No, man.
It's
And
not-
one of the DJs at the first one actually put an Eminem track,
Yeah, I heard.
and I was like, yeah, he already messed
It
up.
ain't work.
No, you can't do it.
Of all the years,
Like,
that-
think
Lose
about
yourself?
No, why would you do that?
I'm just asking. I don't DJ.
That's
Bruh.
Mike's favorite Eminem song.
Oh,
That
big
song
time.
is
So
cold.
think about it. Think about it.
Palms
Okay, it
sweaty.
might be
That
good.
song
It
is
might be
cold.
a good song, but think about it. If you are out at a club
I don't want to hear
and
that.
you chilling, you don't want to
I don't
hear
wanna hear
"Lose
that.
Yourself."
I
Come
agree
on.
with you. I
The
agree with
only song that could possibly work is Superman.
Yeah.
Stan?
Stan, no,
Look at his face.
no. Superman is the only song.
Dear Slim.
My name is.
No.
It's old, but my name is Mike. Work.
Yeah,
Okay.
it depends on where you're at.
Yeah, I agree.
Not in the club.
Dear Slim.
Never.
Lonegevity, DJ Jay Diff, DJ Spoolz. I am Major 7th. That is going to wrap our episode up for today. Shout out to Coleman Dental. No Bad Ideas. Bringing down the band.com. We got a new patron today. You guys know who that was?
No.
Okay.
All right.
We appreciate them.
Yeah. You can sign up at newoldheads.com.
High five.
Yes, and we will see you guys next week.
Bong, bong.
Peace.
Peace.